Okay, guys, welcome back. We're going to go ahead and do this thing right here. We're going to go ahead and do a review for the STAAR, Algebra 1. I'm going to do 20 questions. Do 20 questions right now. Now, you understand what we're talking about here is not how to answer these questions. These are example questions. You understand it? Don't answer this question. Look what's going on. Look what they're going to ask you. Just ask the same thing, everything over and over every year. We haven't gone over this yet. Perfect squares. It really is not that important. The difference of squares, which you just covered yesterday, 8. Okay. We here, if you multiply it slash with exponents, powers, add them up. If you divide stuff with exponents or powers, subtract them, top one minus the bottom one. If you have a power to the power, you multiply it. If you have this right here, m to the n, a fraction thing, that means the root on the inside and the power, the quotient on the outside. Quotient, sorry about the radical. What's up, guys? Remember, if you have a power, a variable with, a number or anything with a negative exponent here, put it underneath like this, or vice versa. FYI, this is also, we have a variable down here with a negative 1, and you can bring it to the top with a positive 1. That's the same there. I mean, the same thing as this, okay? Basically, it comes its opposite. Standard form, slope intercept form, point slope form. This is on your reference material, okay? Standard form, quadratic, vertex, quadratic, symmetry. We're covering that pretty soon, okay? It's the next chapter. FYI, you see how this is right here? This is like a y. You can graph it. You can graph it. Here you can't graph it. If you want to know what I'm talking about, you go here to graphs and your calculator. That's it, or you can graph it. So there's no offensive excuse that you can do stuff. If you use your graph and use it properly, okay? All these things you can graph, everything, okay? Well, except the slope, actually, not the slope. Not the slope here. Okay? Okay, here's question number 1. Super easy. This is a joke question. You can see the answer right here. Remember, this is going to be y is equal to mx plus b. Here, m is the slope. Starting point. This is your rate of change. This is your starting point. Okay, at a restaurant, that much in a pantry. Each box contains that much. Took one from one box. Okay, so let's think about this one. Oh, took 2 jars from one box. Okay, my bad. So each box, how much does each box have? 8. Each. All right. Took 2 only from one box. Make sense or not? Okay, let's move on real quick. This one here. This one's asking which expression is equivalent. You're supposed to factor, right? You're supposed to factor. What comes out of here and comes out of here? That's 7 guys, right? But if you look at this right here, the first thing they left here was a positive. So you want to come out and factor out a negative. So when you multiply a negative times the positive, it gives you a negative, right? 4x. Well, both of them have an x squared, and then plus 5. And that's it. Oh my gosh, 4x squared, okay. Yes, those are. Okay, so then you want to multiply this times this, it gives you that. Multiply this times this, it gives you that, right? Oh wait, this is be negative. Now, yeah, that works. Now regarding that, say you didn't know how to factor it. You could always distribute here and distribute here. When you distribute here, that gives you a positive 28x squared. Wrong. This right here gives you a negative 28x squared. Check. See how that matches out? And this times this gives me a positive 35x. Check. This is the right answer, slash that's how we get down to. Okay. Moving on. Okay. Now, 99% of these times, guys, you just come out here, find the keywords, no solutions. That means we're 2 lines, do not, and will. How about that? Not even do not. will not cross. Which lines do not cross? Crosses out. Crosses out. These do not cross, but they will cross over here. Okay? They will cross over here. So these are out. This is the only one that's going to be same slope. Never will cross. No solution. Okay, next over here. Okay, this one real quick. You got to kind of, okay, once you see this, once you see a y and an x, you can graph this thing. Okay, graph it. Where do you graph it? On your calculator. The coordinates of the x-intercept. X-intercept is where it crosses the x-axis. Y-intercept where it crosses the y-axis. Asymptote is where a line that this thing approaches but does not touch. The graph includes, okay, let's figure this thing out real quick, okay? So we're going to graph it. I want to make this thing a little smaller. All right, I'll put it right there. Calculator here. I want to make this one a little smaller so we can see both. So that's your y already. You see that y is that f1 of x. That right there is your y. You should know that already. We're going to go here, 8, parentheses, 0.25, and then we're going to raise it that little caret right there, that one, to the x. Okay, there it is. Hold on quick.
It shows that
Okay, which statement is true? Now let's look at this one. There's several statements here. Looking at this thing here. Does the x-intercept, does it cross here? This is 1, so 0.25 is right here. Does it cross there? No. The coordinate of the y-intercept is 0, 8. Okay, so I don't know if I can show you this real quick. Actually, I have. I know I have. Let me come here. I'm going to go here to menu. I'm going to go to trace, graph trace. Now, if you go right there, we're looking for 0, 8. Okay. I'm going to pull this a bit down. Does it go through 0, 8? Does it go through 0, 8? Does it go through 0, 8? Think of that. Does it? Now, the way you can do that is you go back and forth like this. Oh, and it even says y-intercept. So, yeah, that's going to be my answer right there. That's my answer for sure. Remember, this one's out. This one says that an asymptote means it does not touch. Does not. What's wrong with this thing? Can you move that thing, Josh? Does not touch. It does not touch. Put it over. Does not touch. And x to be 1 is right here. It's a line that crosses like up and down like that. Yes, it does touch. So that one's out. 2, 1. Now, 2, 1, basically, if you come out here and you go to 1, 2, go up 1. Does it include this graph? It looks like it. How you can tell is that graph trace. Go to the right, and see if 2, 1 is there. 2, 1, it does not go to 2, 1. See that? So 2.1 and barely like 435 thousandths. So no, it doesn't include that one. So that one's out. That one's out. This one is definitely it. Okay. Come on, machine. Help me out. This one real quick. What is a range? Okay, range is basically your y values. Your y values. So it depends what you want to do here. All right. If you look at this one real quick, so you see how it's set up like this? The range is saying greater than, less than, or what, right? So let's go ahead and graph this thing. I'm going to tell you this much. Since it's the same range, it's your y's. So this one's out, and this one's out. Cool? So let's graph this one. Automatically, once you see this, you should be graphing. Going here to the calculator, I'm going to type that in there. So I'm going to go back, turn on a whole new document. Do not even dare mess with that one. Go to graph. And then we're going to go on here. That's your y. So I'm going to type in negative x minus 2x plus 3. Enter, and there it is. Okay. Did I do it right? Oh, no, I forgot the squared. So to fix that, I'm going to go to tab, press up. This is a squared right here. Right? And then graph it. And there it is. Oh, wow, okay. So look, I want to say this much. This is 1 2, 3, 4. So the range is anything below this, right? Below. So your y values are below. So it's like this. Okay? Guys, jumps. That's from a positive 4. You see this is a positive 4? Okay, now it's saying from a negative 4. Let's come over here, x1. So look at this one real quick. Oh, these are those that I've been giving you since the beginning of the years. So this one right here is a power. Let's call it a power because it has exponents raised to a power. You got it? Okay, so now what do you do with these? I'm going to go back to the very top in case you forgot. It says here, if you have a power to a power, you multiply powers. Okay? So come down here. So I basically have a 1. Let me zoom in more. I already have a power of a 1 right here. 2, 14. Okay, so this one's going to be 144. 1 times a half. Then we're going to have k 2 times a half. And then r 14 times a half. Multiply the exponents. So this becomes 144 to the half power. This one becomes k to the 1 power. This becomes r to the 7th power. Okay, now you don't even have to do much. You can see these two already. You see that? R to the 7th, check. K, check. That means just k, just FYI. Out. Now these two, oh, these are pretty good. So this is still good. Out. Now look at this real quick. 12 or 144. This is 144 to the half. So you know what? I'm going to check what that is in the calculator. I'm going to go down here to the calculator and go type in, I'm going to go to a new document to the calculator part. I'll type in 144, and I'm going to raise that. You see that power? I guess I'm going to do that again. Go 144 and raise it to the fraction of 1/2. And there it is, 12. Okay, so we come back over here. Final answer is wrong here, here. Just FYI, that's not equal to that. So this is not equal to that. So you automatically know it's not this one. Okay, moving on. Next question. So, oh, this is easy. Once you see these graphs, you should know how to do this real quick. This is just basically asking, it's asking, okay, which function is best represented by the graph? So it's basically asking, can you graph these to look like this? That's it. You want to go up from a 0 all the way up to a 64 and come back to a 4. So looking at these, I have no idea which one it is, so we're going to actually use a calculator. Okay. Let's say 5. Move machine, come on. Come here to my calculator. We're going to go on here. On your new document, we're going to graph this sucker. So I can see the equation. Okay. Right there. And we type in. See that? I told you anything that they give you x, y, a, b, whatever, you can write it in terms of x's and y's. So I'm going to come right here. That's your y, that's your x, okay? Negative 16x squared minus 64x. You have to put x's. If you put t's, it's not going to work. Okay, I want you this much. It crosses through the 0 and it's on the negatives. So that one's automatically out. Let's try this one here. So all I'm going to do is go here, tab. What is that for? I wonder what that's for. Oh, for what? Tab it up. I want to go up, and this one's a negative 16. This one I'm going to delete. Sorry about that. Plus 128 x minus 256. Graph it. That's obviously not it. So I'm going to try this one now. I'm going to press tab to go back to the thing. Press up to go to the next one. I think it's 16x squared, right? Plus 64. Enter. Ooh, I think that's it. Look at that. 0 and 4. And according to this one, 0 and 4. Let's see what this one does. Okay. I'm going to go and press tab. I'm going to press up. I'm going to delete back. Oops, too much. 16x squared minus 128x minus 256. Okay. Not even close. Whatever. So final answer is C. Okay, moving on up. Come on. I'm going to do the first 20 questions, okay? What is the value of n that makes this statement true? Now, I can't tell you how to do this. Honestly, I don't like these things with decimals because I know you don't like to do them and I like to explain them. Y'all will freak out. But they're pretty easy, okay? They're really easy. So this is the way I would tell you how to do it. Sorry, I'm confused. My window's slow. Come on here, I will turn it on. Go to new document. Here, no. Go to calculator. Go to menu. I'll show you. Menu 3, 1. Type all that in there. 4 parentheses 0.5. N? No. You can put N. I guess I put N. Or change it to an X. Minus 3. Minus 3 equals X minus 0.25 parentheses 12 minus 8x. After everything is said and done, make sure you copy it right now. 4.5x minus 3 equals x minus 0.25. 12 minus, put comma, the variable x. Negative 9. Look over here, final answer, negative 9. Okay, make sure you understand what I did there. All I did was change the variables from n's to the x's. Honestly, I could have left there as n's. It doesn't matter. Whatever variable I put comma variable, comma x, comma whatever n, and it'll solve for it. Okay? The keys, how to get there. Go on this calculator right here. Go here, go to menu, 3, 1. That's n solve. Okay? So right here, that's right. Okay, so let's look at these real quick. This one's pretty easy too. If you want to look at what's going on here, look at the format. Look at these things. Look at the way they're set up. Okay, they're set up as y equals mx plus b. Guess what these are? These are coordinates. These are coordinates right here. They're the same when x is 3, y is 0. When x is 4, y is 6. Okay? That's basically a coordinate of 3, 0, and a coordinate of 4, 6. Calculator this one up, 3, 0, 4, 6. So you come to the calculator. You're going to go to calculator. We're going to turn this thing, go to new document. No, don't save the old stuff. List and spreadsheets. Oh, great. What numbers were they? 3, 0, 4, 6. Go right here, type in 3, 0, 4, 6. Come back to this one. Go ahead, menu. 4, 1, 3. Type in the B here. Control this. Enter. And there it is. Y is equal to, this is the equation. Look at this real quick. Y is equal to 6 x minus 18. But it's like that one, so we come back over here, 6x minus 18. Okay? This is just fancy ways of saying the third thing I put in there, x to be 3, is equal to that. So the fourth thing I put in the equation is going to be 4. The next thing I get out is 6. The dead giveaway is a format. It's going to be y is equal to m plus b. That's the dead giveaway of what to do on this one. It's just basically the same thing over and over again, okay? Now, this one varies directly. This one goes back to 6th grade, guys. I don't care what you say. This one varies directly. It's 6th grade, okay? That obviously is 6th grade. So once you see this one, you go 3 to 21. This is x, y. Why is it x over y? Because they gave it to you in that order. Don't think too much. They give it to you in that order, put it in that order. If they give you y before x, then you put y over x. It doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter how you do this one. Just be consistent. But what do you mean consistent? So you see how I put x over y? What is the value of x? So the next equation I put, or next fraction I put is y over x. So I'm looking for x over 105. And that's it. Now, this is your equation right here. 3 over 21 is equal to x over 105. That's it. Now, how do you do that one? This is sky's the limit of what you want to do here. You can say this, look at this. 3 times 7 gives me 21. You can look at what times 7 gives me 105. That's one way. You can look at it another way. Since I see that ratio right here. 7, when I did this one, divide by 7, it gives me 3. So I can get this one and divide by 7, and it gives me, I don't know what. You got it? 6th grade, they taught you to do this one. They taught you to do this. Once you get something like this, it's bat and ball. 21, this thing, 21x, okay, is equal to, I'm going to multiply these two, okay, it's 3 times 105, so it's basically 21x is equal to 315, divide by 21, divide by 21, so on the calculator, I'm just going to do that, 315, okay. Turn it on here, 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 calculator, 315 divided by 21, 15. Okay, come back here, answer's 15. Another way of doing it, guys. You see how you set this up right here? You see how that's an equation? See how that's an actual equation? So you can end solve this. Well, end solve it. Why not? Right, 31 over 21. So here's calculator. Right here, menu, 3, 1. Fraction. 3 over 21, press to the right, equals, control, fraction. Okay, feel like what I'm doing, put in there. Right above there is the division sign. So when I go control to here, it gives me that fraction. We're going to go with x over 105. Remember, this is the whole equation. It's an actual equation, right? Comma, x, enter. 15 is the answer. Either way we look at it, that's the way it goes. Going once, going twice. Any questions there? I'm doing okay. Let's see where we're at. Let's go back to that one right there. Okay, sky's the limit. How you want to do this one? You know what? I don't know. Honestly, I usually do these like this. Don't do it like I do, okay? But you can do it like I do. I know when I multiply this times this and each one of these, it's going to give me that one. You understand that? Multiply a negative times a positive, it gives me a negative. So this is a possibility. This one's out because a negative times a negative, positive, out. Negative times negative, out. You see that? What do you think about that? Very cool. And that's it. So it's going to be this one here or this one here. These two are out. Now, so all the factors I got to check are these two. But if you remember, the factors are supposed to add up to this. Oh yeah, there's my answer. Okay, this is what you're supposed to do for real. Since it's a 1 here, get the factors of a negative 60. get the factors of a negative 60 that add up to a negative 17. This is bigger, so these are all negative. So I'm going to go 1 and 60, 1 and 60, 2 and 30, 3 and 20. And look, that one already adds up to that negative 17. Boom, that's what I want. Break it down to that x plus 3 and x minus 20. My gosh, this thing is fine. And there it is. 11. Okay, now I want to do this much. Once I see these tables here, I'm already thinking menu 413. I'm already thinking menu 413. What does it say? Maybe do that. Okay, so this one, I'm automatically thinking menu 413. I'm going to enter a table. But you know what? It's giving me a graph. So guess what I'm thinking now? Just draw my line going through like that. That's it. That's basically what they want you to do. A line that kind of goes through it. That's the line of best fit, okay? Trend line. And then they're asking you where in the world is 25 weeks old. So we go 2, 4, 6, 8. Who do we appreciate, right? And we're 18, 20, 22. So roughly, this is 24, 26. So about right here, right? About here. So I'm not saying this is the exact science, right? I'm going to go across this way. I want to say about 5, 6. Yeah, look at that. Pretty cool. Boom. That's my answer right there. Maybe I should point to it. No. Like that. Yeah. Okay. Pretty easy. Not too bad. Okay, so once I see this one, I haven't even read it yet. I'm not even lying to you. You see that one right there? Graph it, and look at these answers here. Okay. Okay, so that's the one I want. I'm going to go ahead and graph it. And then look at these things. Domain, range, all this stuff. So I come in here. Where are we at? Calculator. Or you know what? Let me make this on. And bring it out over here. Come on, machine. Move it over. Where is this? Now we come here to calculator styles. I'm going to graph that. Okay, that one right there, I'm going to go to on new document. The new document is going to be graph. Now it says negative 37. Graphic. I just don't see it. You know where it's at? I don't either. So I'm going to come here to view. You know what? Window, zoom out here. Oh wait, there it is. Okay, so it's basically a line that goes right and left at where y is equal to a negative 37. Remember, this is your y. So it's basically going right and left at negative 37, and that's it. So domain, all real numbers. Domain, all real numbers. Domain is your x values. All real numbers that go right and left, right? Equal to 37? No, not even. It's saying only from negative 37. Where's negative 37? Maybe about 40-ish. It's saying only the graph goes this way. Not even close. The domain is only negative 37. 37 is your x value. So the domain is only right here, going up and down. It only exists there. No, that's ridiculous. It doesn't make sense. Okay, domain, I like this one, all numbers. Looking at the graph here, this graph here, it goes forever in that direction, and it goes forever in that direction. So I'm going to say that one looks good. That one looks good. Your range, your y values. Y values means going up and down. Your y values. If you notice, it only exists at y is equal to a negative 37. It only exists there. So that's your range. This one says all numbers greater to a negative 37. All numbers going up here. It's saying that the graph goes right and left, and it goes up forever. Like, what? It doesn't do that. Not at all. Okay, so you got to kind of be aware of that one. Answer D. Oh, this is a joke. I'm saying this graph here. Okay, so if it's saying if kx is equal to the x squared, so this one right here, time out, come here. That's saying if you had a graph guys, that's the next chapter. We're going into that real quick, okay? If we had a graph, let me get that graph. If we had a graph and it was going to go ahead and be like this, remember that's your y is equal to x squared. X squared. There it is. That's the original one. And p of x is equal to this graph. Okay, pay attention to what this one says. So remember, this one, ready? This one here is really, this one here is really that. So they're saying right here, if we had x squared, if we had x squared here plus m, what would it be here to give us that graph? Shoot, this one's open-ended. I have not taught you how to do this one. So the only way I can tell you to get the answer on this one right here, if you want, you see this is quadratic. If I come out here, you see how you're given 2 points. See how you're given 2 points. What am I supposed to say in this one? Can you get a third point on there? I'm going to say this bottom one, right? Bottom one here to be what? 0, -6. Okay, so you see, we can get these 3 points. And we're going to come out here to the list and spreadsheets. On, new document, no, list and spreadsheets. And we're going to go to -3, 3, 3, 3. And remember this one right here, 0, -6. If we go to that one right there, okay, and these 3, and we go to here, menu. You know how we usually go to menu 413? Go to menu 4, 1, same thing as 3, but let's go to quadratic regression. That'll be A, that'll be B. Same kind of concept, guys, okay? But now we're going to quadratic, because this is a quadratic. Enter, enter, and there it is. There's your equation right there. Okay, yeah, we're going to, well, I guess we'll skip down, all right? The only reason because we haven't shown it to you. But that's your answer, -6 right there. My bad, my bad. Okay, let's see this one real quick. 5 more, and we'll call it quits for today. What minutes are we at? 32. Okay, we'll call it quits there. Okay, and I'll do the next 15 for the next day.